Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Next race upon us will be Micromax. And you can see the ambulance has now returned back to the paddock. So, again, thank you for all your concern. And drivers are okay. But Anthony normally would speak to the winners, but a bit of a confused end to that last race. So we will look at the grid for Micromax. Well, this is the moment that all the drivers in Micromax are waiting for. So we're going to hold off. I will give you the results as we get them of the Honda Cadet Final, whether it's the last fully completed lap. But of course, we did do a lap under Battenberg flag conditions. There's Lachlan Johnson. Now, if ever there was a driver to think I'm about 20 minutes away from potentially getting a ticket to the biggest event in world karting and representing Great Britain, he's not really that concerned. He doesn't look like the pressure's not got to him. He's just there and thinking and contemplating. He's got his SFR Motorsport mechanic and the team there. Just a couple of last minute couple of words of advice. Now, earlier on we were talking about the World Finals. We had a few suggestions of where the Rotax Grand Finals could be held. The best place for it. Well, there's another sort of event where nation competes against nation in motorsport, not just in karting, but in motorsport. The FIA Motorsport Games. And now I'm not going to blow my own trumpet here. However, I am the head trainer. I am the head trainer of one of the teams in the FIA Motorsport Games. If you would, on the live chat, if you would like to guess which country I am actually the head trainer for their national karting team, it is. But you don't guess.
I've got an idea.
And it's not Wales.
I've got an idea.
It's not Wales. So please, on the live chat, whilst we're having a brief respite before the next race gets underway, I might talk a good game about karting, but I do know my stuff about racing them as well.
Yeah.
And apparently one entire country thinks so highly of my knowledge that I actually train their national karting team to complete in the FIA Motorsport Games later this year at Paul Ricard Le Castellet in France.
It's a small country.
It's a small country. Scotland? No NDT photography.
It has a warm climate.
Well, there we go. Shush now. There we are. There we are.
No, I said it's got a warm climate. You've had Scotland and Norway. Clearly, you don't understand where warm countries are.
Not Norway, although I do have the Viking hat from Norway, the Doge. I good guess. But no, I'm not the head coach of the Norwegian national karting team. But you can keep guessing. We'll give you a couple more chances to guess.
But you've got 2 clues there. I've given you the clues. It's a small country in a hot climate.
Yes, exactly.
That's the only clues you're allowed. No, it's not France, Brandon. It's a small country.
France.
Sorry, is quite
Brandon.
large.
Nope. Give us an area of the world, Henry. It's near to the United States, but it's not the United States.
No, 'cause that's a big country.
Just a little bit south of the United
States.
Antarctica. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Me and the polar bears.
I was thinking penguins.
New Zealand? Nope.
No.
No.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Now, you're not far off, says Michael Burke. And it's not Australia either, Michael. Sadly, they're not allowed in. Mexico?
I would love to see you in Mexico.
No, well, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. No one's guessed. I can't believe no one's getting Madagascar, Dubai. Nope. Well, I've got to say, and I'm really proud to say this, but I'm the chief instructor and the head kart trainer of the Bahamas national karting team.
And we wish them all the best.
And yes, so if anyone wants to go to www.kartingbahamas.com, then, please go and do that. You can see how the fact that we're the only country in the FIA Motorsport Games that currently doesn't have a kart circuit. And until 2 weeks' time, we don't have any karts yet. The karts are being delivered. We don't have a kart circuit. But yes, the Bahamian national karting team, led by my good self, will be.
What's that Disney film about bobsleighing?
What's that?
I'm getting a horrendous vibe of
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings.
I'd be.
It's a Disney film.
Disney film. Brandon Nagelvoort gets it. Well, Brandon Nagelvoort gets it because Brandon's dad spent about 3 weeks in the Bahamas with me doing the Bahamas Speed Week revival with historic karts. So yes. So please go to the www.kartingbahamas.com and see how maybe you can help out the Bahamian national karting team and me. There's even a picture of me on the website, chief instructor. But I got a Welsh flag in my hand. So there we go. Right. Well, moving swiftly onwards. That's a fill. And thank you for your comments and the guesses coming in.
And everything like that,
coming in. It's a hard life that we lead.
I mean, I don't go to the Bahamas. Where was my invite?
Pardon? But when I started going,
when I
started going out to the Bahamas, you were a young whippersnapper, probably still in school, and nappies, yes, So there we go. Right, what's happened to the beard, Henry? Says Matthew Isaacs.
He's gone streamlined.
I have, primarily because I am going to the Bahamas very soon to train this.
It's quite warm there.
In 40-degree heat, yes, bearded men do not last well. Bearded, overweight men like myself running around. Our kart circuit in Nassau is actually on a drag strip.
Is it?
Yes, indeed. So,
karts are out.
Karts are on circuit. Enough Bahamian ramblings from Henry. Let's go. The starting lineup. It's Lachlan Johnson and Max Gilman and all SFR Motorsport row 1. Daniel Minto and Jensen Chalk on row 2. Olivia Reynolds, Edward Haynes, JJ Lowe and Kieran Stewart round out the field. Anthony, who is going to take the first ticket to Portimao?
Well, it could be any one of these 8 drivers because they have been, the pre-final was tame. I'll give them that. But the heat races yesterday, quite a different story.
The pre-final was actually quite smart. Believe it or not. It's sport. Yes. Right. Here we go. 15 minutes. Who is going to be the first representative Team UK in the Rotax Grand Finals? Lights are out. We're off and racing. It's another great start from Max Gilman, Anthony. Lachlan Johnson. He's not dropped from 1st to 2nd. He's dropped from 1st to 4th. And Edward Haynes over the grass. The Hondas tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah, no, he's back on, but now nearly all the way at the back of the grid now. But crucially now, there is another driver in between the 2 SFR Motorsport drivers.
There's another driver in front of both SFR. That's Jensen Chalk. Jensen Chalk, he's got a force motor. He was in the lead.
He left the door quite wide open there going into it. He thought, I've got this, and then held it. But now both of them have come back through again. But it's fine. We're at the start. He's got an idea of what he wants to do, but he cannot let them break away. He has to go straight away.
Yes. Now, so about Jensen Chalk, he's got his engine tune of Force Motorsport, Jordan Baines. Jordan Baines' story, I'll embarrass Jordan now while we're getting into this. So Jordan Baines went on holiday. Dropped a holiday. Oh dear, yeah, it was
Olivia Reynolds.
That was Olivia Reynolds and Edward Haynes. So Edward Haynes, he's dropped to the back of the field here. This is not good.
Max
not
Gilman
good at all.
Investigation.
Max Gilman under investigation. Okay. And that was Kieran Stewart and I think JJ Lowe, or maybe side by side. Kieran Stewart having a great start up into 5th position. So Jordan Baines went on holiday. Dropped the umbrella on the Lilo umbrella. Dropped it on his foot. Broke a toe or two.
Right.
Then lay back in agony with no umbrella, and has now got 3rd-degree burn sunburn. So whatever you do in the paddock, don't pat Jordan Baines on the back. He won't like it. It hurts. But anyway, his engine is there in 3rd place with Jensen Chalk and challenging him. Here comes Lachlan Johnson with the race lead, however.
Yep.
And Johnson Has it? Does he? Does he? Oh,
No.
Gilman's fighting it.
Gilman's fighting back. But, right, now this is what we didn't see in the pre-final.
Yes.
Because now it's just, you've got to be first. You've got to be first. There's no point finishing second. And now they're side by side. Back down the inside. Lachlan Johnson, is he going to have the momentum? Is he going to have the speed? And Chalk comes through as well.
Gilman's under investigation for the start.
Right. Okay.
Did he get a jump? Too much of a jump at the start? I said, he had a great.
He had a good start.
Yeah, was it too good? These three now, everyone else behind. So there's a gap of 1.6, 1.8 seconds for the top three. Back to Daniel Minto, Olivia Reynolds, Kieran Stewart, Edward Haynes, and JJ Lowe. They're all together though. Everyone else, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and nose to tail. They have to start working together. Olivia Reynolds and Daniel Minto side by side. Reynolds at the 4th place, but this is not what you need to do, guys and girls. You have to work together. Now look at the gap. This gaping hole between 3rd and 4th place in the order. And Lachlan Johnson is starting to push away. Johnson is starting to get away. So Gilman now needs to push Jensen Chalk up to the Jensen Chalk.
Yep.
Gives him the signal saying, come on, push, push. And there's still back. There's Minto in the 28, Haynes the 43, JJ Lowe in the 48, and they're battling.
Yeah, but they're not going to gain anything from doing this.
Nope.
They need to work together to try and close that gap. It's going to be impossible to do anything from this position. Back at the front. Ooh, there. Johnson a little wide through center one.
Something's just occurred to me.
Go on.
When you mentioned about Cool Runnings earlier on.
Right.
Obviously, they're coached by John Candy in the film, who's a larger gentleman. Fair enough, Anthony. It's not a problem. Yes, it just dawned on me. I'm thinking, okay, you've got the Caribbean doing a sport they're not normally doing, and yet they're coached by a
rather large gentleman from another country.
Okay, Lachlan Johnson leads in this. I thought, yeah, okay, well, John Candy's a funny guy, but he died at 42 and I'm 41. Oh. Right, okay. Okay, let's go. Johnson. Jensen Chalk has caught back up to the race leader. So this is what Jensen Chalk needs to do. He's got the Crop Promotions cart. Johnson and Max Gilman. There he goes again. Jensen Chalk. Jensen Chalk. He tried to qualify for this event last year. Didn't manage to do it. Back.
That's a couple of times that Lachlan Johnson's gone wide at center one.
Yep,
is it something about that corner in particular?
Yeah,
or?
and I mean, and now look at it. They're now 4 seconds in front of Olivia Reynolds in 4th place. And Olivia Reynolds, in turn, has got a gap of about a second over JJ Lowe, Edward Haynes, Daniel Minto. So Haynes and Minto, who were 1st and 2nd in the heats yesterday, and before they had that crash together, they're now battling. They're out of contention.
Yep.
They're out of contention.
Well,
it's down to 1 out. I mean, 10 minutes to go. There's still an opportunity for Olivia Reynolds, but no, she's losing ground. The top three are all lapping 58.96 for Jensen Chalk, 59.1 for Max Gilman. Chalk defending, however. Olivia Reynolds lapping 60.02 last time around. This is 3 karts. This is going to get really, really technical.
Yeah.
Chalk already defending. He doesn't want to let Johnson go.
I mean, we've got 9 minutes left of this heat. There's a long time to go for these drivers.
Yep, but there's a long time to go. Big prize waiting at the end.
I might watch Cool Runnings tonight.
Run with the rhythm. It's bobsleigh time. Here comes Lachlan Johnson. Oh, Johnson trying to squeeze a Micromax kart into a Bambino-sized gap. And he backed out of it. Gilman in 3rd place, watching, waiting. But Jensen Chalk just hanging on at the front. Madcroc chassis, Force Motorsport engine. Johnson, Birrell ART chassis, Cream Racing engine. Gilman.
Oh, lot of curb there. Sorry, Henry,
yeah,
mistake.
no.
And Johnson back down the inside, going into Gasworks Bend. Gets it done. Chalk now back down into P2, so that was a mistake there from Jensen Chalk. Too much exit curb as they exit out of the back chicane. And now that's cost him that position. But, like I say, he'll fight back. He's done it before. He'll probably do it again. So just keep an eye on it. And straight away, defensive goes Johnson. Straight away.
Yep.
No time wasted whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that Jensen Chalk is not going to sit and push him. He knows that Jensen's going to attack, so he has to defend. The gap back to new fourth place driver JJ Lowe is 5 seconds. So Olivia Reynolds has dropped to 6th. Lowe 4th, Haynes 5th, Reynolds 6th, Kieran Stewart 7th. Sadly, Daniel Minto, the Hunter Motorsport driver, is out of the race. So we're down to 7 runners, but it's between 3. Now, Johnson suddenly beginning to break away. Jensen Chalk and Max Gilman, they've got to start working together. It was here a lap ago, Anthony, that Jensen made that mistake. Used a bit too much curb, so Johnson has now led for just over a lap. And he's starting to stretch away.
7 minutes to go then.
Here's the battle for 4th place between JJ Lowe in the number 48 kart and Edward Haynes in the number 43.
So still scrapping away there, but they're not closing in.
For the
again,
minor placings.
Oh, yeah. Now, the gap between JJ Lowe, 5.7 seconds. Now, if they did just stop squabbling just that little bit more,
I know you're
like this,
like that, Haynes. Well, Haynes did. You got to ask. And if they do play nice, and if the leaders do continue to battle, is there time for them to catch a 6-second gap?
6.5 minutes, I think yes. Yes.
I mean, the leaders would have to really start battling now. And Johnson is 0.6 of a second in front of Chalk. So yeah, that's a very optimistic view, Mr. Jordan, I have to say.
Well,
but hey, optimism is the
I am optimistic.
Elixir of life is optimism, that and iron brew.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Timer strikes under 6 minutes plus that 1 lap, and like we say, that gap fluctuating. It's gone up. That gap now 6.5 seconds back with the leaders, and that's only because they have not been scrapped.
No, and Johnson is now edging away, so it's now it's down to Max Gilman.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it about Max Gilman getting a penalty. He was under investigation, but
not
nothing else since.
Yeah.
Of course, we mentioned our good friend Ian Rogers at motorsport-timing.co.uk, who are providing all the live timing and scoring here in the Motorsport UK Wera Tours and British Kart Championship.
We certainly couldn't do our job without Ian Rogers.
We could.
I mean, we could. Of course we can, but I'm not going to say that to him.
No, of course not, of course not.
It's a wonderful job, does he?
Yes, he's a wonderful little man.
Oh, glad you said that, not me.
Right, Gilman pushing Chalk along. Now 5 minutes to go, and still Lachlan Johnson, Scotland's Lachlan Johnson, pushing away. Well, the last Scotsman to represent Team UK
I was about to ask,
Lewis Gilbert.
Lewis Gilbert, okay.
Yeah, Lewis Gilbert.
What year was that?
Well, he represented the UK, it was last year,
okay,
in 2021, and in Paraíba, Brazil, as a junior in 2018.
Okay. So, experience there for Lewis Gilbert. So,
let's just say that the fair-skinned Scotsman from Dalray, Lewis Gilbert, didn't necessarily cope wonderfully well with the 30-degree heat of Bahrain in the desert.
Yeah.
Drove very well, but looked like a melted popsicle most of the time.
Hey-ho. I suspect it'd be the same for me as well.
Yeah.
But
well, Lachlan Johnson, the gap 0.8 of a second. Johnson looking very, very, very much in control here. Gilman, he can chase Chalk, but I've noticed coming down the main straight, he hasn't got the pace to get on Chalk's rear bumper and literally physically push him like a cadet.
No. And that's the downside that we see from this, isn't it? But he is going to go for a move here, though, and it's not going to work out. Again, he'll have the non-sub-optimal line as they exit through center number 2. And all that's done is cost them time.
Yep, exactly. Oh, over the curbs there goes Gilman, but he does get, he looks to the inside. Chalk, you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, that, we're up to, 0.94 of a second. between first and second, and again, it's just through the horseshoe to paddock bend. Jensen Chalk there, a little bit of an understeer moment there, Andy, through the final corner. And again, this is just helping, although I say that, the gap down to 0.8 of a second. And okay, Max Gilman has just set the fastest lap of the race, 58.70. Okay, it's only 500ths quicker than Lachlan Johnson, who did a 58.75, but Gilman is quicker. Last chance saloon now for Chalk and Gilman. What have we got?
2.5 minutes to go. There is not much time left in this race, but you can see how sharp there Gilman turned into the back chicane there. Really quick direction change there. It looked like it's scrub speed more than anything, but runs here through Gasworks, and again, so close to the back, but you're just not getting that same effect as what you would get in cadets with the slipstream, anything like that. There's only 2 of them, but 2 karts can work better and can run faster than 1 kart. But look at that gap. Has that come down?
It has come down. It's come down by 0.2 of a second. Now it's Jensen Chalk's turn to set a new fastest lap. 58.56 seconds. This is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Johnson looks over his shoulder. 2 minutes plus a lap to go. And of course, Johnson's still got a gap, but that's twice he's looked right over his shoulder in 3 corners. Now Lachlan Johnson's thinking about it. Now he's thinking, and he's not just focusing on the line in front.
He's making mistakes here, left, right, and centre. He held a much tighter line as they went through the centre S's. On the exit the centre S's, he then ran wide. So that gap's come down even more now, and I would say there's probably just 2 kart lengths between the 2 of them now.
A lap and a half, or 2 laps ago, Jensen Chalk and Max Gilman, I said it was last chance saloon. Well, they've blown the saloon doors wide open and they're striding towards the bar. Johnson again over the shoulder, and again you can see Johnson just go forward, go forward.
0.4 of a second now is that gap. Another 0.2 in that last lap alone. Less than a minute to go, plus that 1 lap. This is doable. Can Jensen Chalk, who sets another fastest lap of the race, 58.460, is slowly reeling in the Scottish driver of Lachlan Johnstone. What can he do? There is not much time left to go, and Gilman hasn't got anything left in the tank to respond here. He did a fastest lap earlier on, but Chalk, fastest lap after fastest lap, is slowly reeling in. Johnson, what is going to happen?
30 seconds to go. Chalk has done the hard bit. Now he's got to, but to be fair to Johnson hasn't started to defend just yet, but
not yet.
Chalk gets a great drive out of the final corner. You could see the power coming down. He had Johnson over his shoulder 10 seconds ago. Next time around, they'll get the last lap board. This circuit is 1,200 meters. The World Athletics Championship is going on at the moment, so that the men's 3,000 meter steeplechase was on the other night. Less time for that, and the prize is just as big. If you're a Micromax driver, of course.
Yes.
Here we go. Now Johnson starts to defend. The clock strikes 0. We're going to have a lap and a half to go. The 98 of Lachlan Johnson, the 18 of Jensen Chalk. Max Gilman looks out of it. This is going to be a last lap Micromax shootout for a ticket to the grand finals. When can Jensen make his move? If he makes a move and it doesn't work, that's it, game over.
It's game over. He's got 1 chance to get this done. All 3 of these drivers have done an incredible job to pull away from the main pack. I mean, all the drivers in this have done an incredible job. It's not easy to come and race, and there's the last lap board. There it is. What's the gap? It's 0.3 of a second. It's opened up slightly on the last lap, but it's going to have to be a last-ditch effort from all of these drivers. Johnson's leading. He is comfortable at the moment, but Chalk is reeling him in, and he is right there once again. A little bit of mistake there from Chalk, and has that cost him? Has that mistake out of the dogleg cost a ticket to the grand finals for Jensen Chalk as they come through the centre S's for the final time? Lachlan Johnston's looks much more calmer now. Another look over the shoulder into the back chicane for the final time, and again, everyone getting through. No mistakes, more looking over the shoulder for Johnson, but again, he just stays there. He stays cool, he stays calm, he stays collected, and a few more corners to go, and we can see a new driver going to the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals in Portimao. Out of the final corner, Lachlan Johnson, the Scotsman, takes the checkered flag and wins that ticket to the Grand Finals. Wow.
Jensen Chalk, well, he did everything he possibly could, and then that half a mistake coming out of the dogleg, he clipped the curb, it just spat the kart across the circuit. That cost him the momentum. He finishes second. There are 2 more opportunities to go for these Micromax drivers, though, to get their tickets. Max Gilman finishes third. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 3 finished 11 seconds clear of Edward Haynes, JJ Lowe in 4th and 5th positions. Olivia Reynolds comes home in 6th. 7th for Kieran Stewart. Daniel Minto sadly failed to finish in 8th. So provisionally, the first British ticket to the Grand Finals is punched by Scotland's Lachlan Johnson. Well done to him, the SFR Motorsport team, and to all Lachlan's family and support staff. And that is, again, an 8-kart. Can an 8-kart race be exciting? You betcha it can. Again, we've got Victoria Anderson saying, go on, Lachlan. You know, plenty of support. There it is. Oh, and you could just see the head back. Now that, I said earlier on where he looked cool and collected, but that head back moment, that tells you all you need to know. He gets congratulations, from his mechanic there, people watching on.
Lift your visor up, go on. Are you crying? Oh, lucky. Well done, little man.
Well, I'm here with our race winner then from the Micromax, and our first entry, or our most recent entry to the Rotax Max Grand Finals in Portimao. You've won the ticket. Lachlan Johnson, congratulations, what a race.
Thank you, it was a hard race. I'm out of breath.
Talk us through that one. I mean, it was a tough battle for the start of it. You had to fight back, you were battling third, second, all of that. Then you got the breakaway. What happened near the end? Because you started to ease off, it started to slow down.
I don't know, I was just waiting too much. I was getting sore, my arms were sore.
But I mean, you've done it, mate. You lost the words, but congratulations. Who would you like to thank?
My mechanic, SFR, and my family for supporting me.
Well, congratulations, Lachlan Johnson. We'll see you in Portimao.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff there. Let's chat to our second place driver. Come on over. Oh, dear me. There you go. Perfect. Cameraman's okay. Perfect. Lachlan Johnson. Not Lachlan Johnson. That was that man there. Jensen Chalk. Sorry, Jensen. Well, that was an incredible race. You fought so hard there, but that little mistake at the end, what happened?
I think I was just pushing too hard and I just went a bit wide and hit the curb.
I mean, that race though, still what an achievement for you, because that didn't look easy. You made it look difficult. You made it look easy though, but an incredible result for you. There's a couple more attempts at this to get that ticket this year. Are we going to be fighting for those as well?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to see. Hopefully we do see you out there, but who would you like to thank for second place?
My dad, Jordan, and Billy.
Well, there we go. Perfect stuff. Well, congratulations, second place.
Thank you.
Excellent, Jensen Chalk there. And our final driver, don't trip over this time, Mr. Cameraman. Right, Max Gilman, third place again. Wicked result for you. That was a tough old race. You've got to be happy with that still, though. It's no ticket this time, but there's still those 2 more attempts. But are you pleased with that?
Yeah, it was a good race between my teammate and Jensen. We had a really good battle.
Yeah, it was a fabulous battle. All 3 of you, line astern, all the way to the checkered flag. So brilliant stuff for it. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my dad and my mechanic for doing my engines and helping me out.
Are we going to see you at one of the other qualifier rounds?
Yeah.
Excellent, good stuff. Best of luck.
Thank you.
the next class up, we've got another Happy Scotsman. This is Micromax, our first qualifier for the 2022 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. As you can see, my lovely assistant, Anthony, and other lovely assistant, Claudia, helping with the trophies, what have you. So this is the first of 3 qualifying events that we've got this year in the British Championship for the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. And I have to say, the top 3 in the final, the Micromax final, were superb. All deserve a ticket to Portimao. Maybe they'll all get one before the end of the year. Finishing in 3rd place, it's Max Gilman. So Max races in the IAMI cadet class this year and raced in Bambino last year. So he's got the podium, there we go. Big smile for Chris. Excellent. So SFR Motorsport getting 2 drivers on the podium here. Finishing in 2nd place, just half a second behind the winner, half a second away from that ticket to Portugal. It might happen next time. For Crop Promotions, it's Jensen Chalk. There's Jensen, so he's gonna big smile. So Jensen tried to qualify for the grand finals last year, didn't quite make it, but this year we'll try and see if he can go one better. But your winner today and the first member of Team UK in the 2022 Rotax Challenge Grand Finals, the biggest karting event in the world. From Scotland and SFR Motorsport, it's Lachlan Johnson and his mechanic Stuart Angus. The ticket he did have the photo with the ticket, but it was to keep that dry. Uh-oh.
Enjoy the rain.
Right, quick smiles, quick smiles. Well done, Lachlan. We'll see you in Portimao. Max, Jensen, hopefully we'll see you as well. 2 more chances. Yeah, Dad, pick up my helmet. I'm on the podium here. Come on, know your place. Okay, thank you very much. Micromax. Ooh. Yeah, well...